bang, let me bang, bang. Show me where your friends at, we can flip that. Let me put you on the game.
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 Show you where the red at, where the blue at. Show you where they flip that, where they bitch at. Let me put you on the game.
Let me put you on the game.
Let me put you on the game.
Let me put you on the game right there.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And first of all, before I even get into this, I want to say R.I.P to PnBRock. May he rest in peace. My prayers are with everyone who knows him and his family, or anyone who is personally affected by this, including his fans, because people like to try to make fun of fans when they're upset or they're hurt by the death of someone that they looked up to. And I'm not personally the type of person to really be affected by celebrity deaths because I don't know them. I'll just be like, oh, that's sad, and move on. But some people really do be affected. You know, I had some friends who really looked up to Kobe. When Kobe passed, it really hurt them, right? For example. So anyone who's affected by this, you know, I hope y'all get through it. I hope y'all are okay, you know, and like I said, my prayers and support to you guys as well. But the reality is with this situation, right, I try to take a lesson from any and everything that happens. And everybody wants to say, oh my God, y'all, we got to stop the violence. Oh, when is this going to end? Everybody want to rally and get signs, and it's pointless because at the end of the day, people in the hood are in survival mode. They're doing what they feel like they have to do. They're doing what they're going to do, and it's never really going to stop. So rather than have a pointless conversation about how we need to stop the violence when I know it's not going to stop, I'd rather have a conversation that can actually help people and actually change their lives, okay, or save their lives potentially, which is the conversation about how to not end up in these types of situations in the first place, okay? First of all, I want to say something to you guys, all right? If you are a rapper of any sort, right, LA is like the worst place to go. LA is like the Bermuda Triangle for rappers. So many rappers have died in LA. It's insane. We talking Tupac, we talking Biggie, all right? We talking Nipsey Hussle, we talking Pop Smoke, now we talking PnBRock, and that's just off the top of my head. There's probably even more rappers than that who have died in LA. LA is one of those places where it has an odd energy, right? You go there and you feel like, yo, there's a lot of potential to make a lot of money here. It's a good vibration. It's good energy in the city. But then at the same time, you can feel negative energy in that city. I don't necessarily know how to describe it, but there's like a layering negative energy over LA that kind of drains you after a while. A lot of people who've been there will tell you that. So if you're a rapper, really, especially a rapper, really anyone be careful in LA, right? Because the haves and have-nots are very close to each other in LA, okay? You go over one street, you got super rich, filthy rich people. You go over another street, you got people who are destitute and looking for their next meal. And whenever you put a situation like that, you put those two groups of people right next to each other, it's a boiling point for disaster. So anyone be careful in LA, but especially if you are a rapper, you need to be careful in LA, okay? Number two that I want to talk about is geotagging locations. Now, speaking of Pop Smoke, you would have thought that we would have realized after the Pop Smoke situation that geotagging locations is not a smart thing. That's how Pop Smoke ended up getting robbed, ended up getting murdered, ironically, in the Southern California area as well. So in this case, PnBRock wasn't the one who actually said where he was at. It was actually his girlfriend, Steph, who said where he was at. Now, some people want to go with the conspiracy theory that she set him up, she sold him out to the ops to get tagged. I'm not going to say that. I would never put that on somebody, especially with no proof or evidence. I really don't think that's what she was doing, okay? She's an entrepreneur. She's a model on IG. Most likely, she just wanted some attention, okay? Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles is a tourist spot. Why it's a tourist spot, I don't know. The food there is not that good. They give you that dry-ass Lego My Eggo waffle, and they give you that dry-ass chicken, okay, a little-ass cup of syrup, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, it's a hot spot, it's a tourist spot, it's one of the places that you're supposed to go. So she probably just wanted to say she was there, let alone that she was there with PnBRock, just to get her some likes, just to get her some comments up, just to get her some followers up. Because at the end of the day, guys, that's her business. I really don't think she was trying to set this man up. I think it was just an unfortunate incident. And in LA, they always ready to come at you. The ops are always ready in LA. This is why a lot of people say you have to check in LA. A lot of people don't take that serious, but you should, because the ops are always ready in LA to get you. Just like people told Biggie he shouldn't go there. He ain't take it serious, and the ops was on his ass. The ops are always on you in LA, so that should be taken serious. But I don't think it was any type of a setup. I just think it was her just being an IG model, right? Being a social media girl, trying to get her following up, trying to get her likes up, trying to get some attention. Which brings me to my next point. You have to be very careful who you date when you are a man of means. Okay, a woman of means as well, but especially when you are a man of means, all right? Because at the end of the day, if PnBRock was with another rapper wouldn't have geotagged his location. She would have known better. If he was with an actress, okay, or he was with anyone who's basically of the same status of him, anyone who was a millionaire or anything like that, anyone who was in the industry, they would have known, let's not geotag our location because something bad could potentially happen. We even seen Nicki Minaj literally say that. Like, why are you geotagging your location? We didn't learn nothing from Pop Smoke, right? Same thing I had just said. So if he was with a woman, like I said, who was another rapper or who was an actress, okay, or someone who was more in the same field or industry that he was in, this wouldn't have happened to him because they would have known better. But at the end of the day, he's just with someone who's super attractive. And I'm not trying to knock her, okay? She's super attractive. I'm sure she's been around a lot of other people with money, right? But when you're dealing with a woman who is in that IG model lifestyle, right? And I want to put this out there because there's a lot of dudes, you got to understand. When you start to become a high earner, right? You start making 6 figures or more, you will have access to IG models. Those of you who've been around the channel for a while, you know, I used to date an IG model. And however you believe it or not, those of you who've been around the channel know IG models and women with big social platforms come at me all the time. OnlyFans models, all that type of stuff. You do have access to them, but you have to know with that lifestyle comes constant attention, okay? That's how they eat. That's how they live. That's how they survive. That's how they gain subscribers. That's how they drive people to their entrepreneurship business, okay? They're in the business of monetizing their beauty, okay? And that doesn't always mean literally selling themselves. It does in some cases, but it also means just staying in the spotlight, using the fact that they're attractive to get with certain dudes to help them stay in the spotlight. So if you are a man of means, you have to be very careful even dealing with women like that, going back to what I said about dating people who are more on the same level as you, who have the same wavelength as you, because they will tag your location. They will tell everybody that you're with them. They will put you in risque situations because they want the clout, because they want that fame, because, like I said, that's how they get their money. Okay, so a lot of times you also have to be careful. It's not just IG models and stuff like that. You gotta be careful of women who are from lower socioeconomic statuses as well. This is why I tell dudes, if you're going to become an elite man, you need to date elite women. An elite woman is a woman who can either match you financially or she comes from money. And the reason you want to do that is because she knows how to move. Okay? She understands the importance of being in the suburbs. She knows every single family member can't be that close. You gotta love some people from a distance. She understands not going to certain bars or certain clubs or certain sections of the city or hanging out with certain people because you guys are in a different class now. See, black people kind of naturally have this thing, right? Where we always want to be like, oh, we still down, we still from the hood, we still representing, we still doing our thing, right? Like, a lot of times, you see a white person, if they come from trailer trash, they're not going back to that trailer trash. They're going to dissociate themselves from that trailer trash. They may call, something like that. They might even pop up and visit sometimes without saying anything, but they're not going to ingratiate themselves into the lifestyle of that trailer trash. A lot of times, black people, like Young Dolph, they want to still go back to the hood. They want to still go back to the hood. They want to still give back to the hood, which sounds honorable on paper, but you are dealing with people who, again, are desperate for survival, okay? Whether or not they eat tonight could depend on whether or not they hit a lick, whether or not they catch you slipping. These people don't give a damn about none of that. You can be donating turkeys, you can be a great person. They don't care, they hungry. So they're going to do what they have to do. Same thing when you mess around with them trailer parks and you're a millionaire. They're going to do what they have to do to you a lot of the time, okay? Any lower economic status, this isn't even about race, it's just lower economic statuses. And when you date women like that, a lot of the times, they still want to go to that hole-in-the-wall club where girls get in free and men pay $20. You can't go there if you are upper class man. You can't, right? They still want to invite everyone to the suburbs that they grew up with in the hood. And the thing is, again, even if they have honorable intentions, say you date a girl, she bring her hood rat friends, they bring one hood dude, the hood dude line your ass up. If it's not that night, it could be a week from now, 2 weeks from now. At the end of the day, he know where you stay. You're bringing people from lower economical classes up to your place in the suburbs where you got 5 bedrooms, rooftop lounge, rooftop decks, Okay, you got Maseratis, all type of stuff, and you bringing these people around who will probably never see this stuff, and you're not intentionally throwing it in your face, but you're essentially throwing it in your face. And sometimes your biggest enemies are your closest friends. They're right next to you. They're the ones who can hurt you the most. A lot of times, women from lower socioeconomic statuses don't necessarily always understand these things. So they'll constantly push you, even with their family. They'll bring their family around. Their family will see what you got. They try to move in. Their family want to stay with you now. Oh, well, my brother who's on drugs needs a place to stay. Your brother who's on drugs not coming to live here. My mama need a place to stay. Your mama's not coming to live here. Like, it's just through several means. Again, their family can line you up, all types of stuff. Women who come from money tend to understand, like I said, the separation factor. If they're going out, they want to go out somewhere where it costs at least $60 to $100 something to get in. They want to get a VIP section where there's security standing in the front to make sure riffraff can't get up to them. Okay, they want to be in the suburbs. They want to be in a gated community. They don't want everyone to know where they live because they already understand there has to be a divide. There has to be a divide, and they understand loving people from a distance. They're not going to be geotagging their locations all the time and things of that nature. And I'm not saying you can't share stuff, guys. If you want to share something, share something. But why don't you share it after you do it? Like, for example, when I went to the U.S. Open, I posted it on my YouTube. I posted it when I came back. When I went to go and see Green Bay in Baltimore and Jacksonville, I posted it after I came back. When I went to see Boston Celtics play the Milwaukee Bucks in the playoffs, I posted it after I came back. When I went to see the Knicks play the Hawks in the Garden for Christmas, I posted it after I came back. I didn't post it while I was there. And I'm not even famous. This is just how I move. I don't like being tracked. I don't like people knowing where I'm at. I don't like people knowing my next move. I'm a very low-key, hush-hush type of person. Hush-hush type of guy. That's how you need to move these days. And it's crazy that this incident even happened after Instagram was just coming under fire for making their geographic locations even more specific and hiding it in their terms and conditions. So, just like in this case, Instagram gets very specific about exactly where the hell you're at now. And if you're not watching your Facebook, guys, and this is the gym, there's always gyms for people who stay to the end. I repeat, there's always gyms for people who stay to the end. Snapchat, if you don't turn it off, is constantly geo-tracking you. There are several women right now I can go on Snapchat and see exactly what they're at, where they're at, all the way down to the street. And some of them mean for it to be that way, but some of them don't. And I know because I told some of them, hey, you know Snapchat's giving out your location. They were like, no. And I had to show them how to shut it off. So it's very important in this connected world, right? In this social media world that we still guard our privacy, especially when we ascend ourselves to higher heights. It's like my man Nas said back in the day, I don't work this hard to be around people I don't like. Let that breathe, run it back. I don't work this hard to be around people I don't like. You work hard and put yourself in a situation to get away from the riffraff, to not be a part of the riffraff, to not be dealing with the riffraff. At the end of the day, they went to the Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in Inglewood. Why are you even in Inglewood? Why are you even in Inglewood? PnBRock kind of knew better because he just did an interview with DJ Academics where he more or less said that he kind of knew better than this. But he still ended up in this situation. So it's unfortunate, but that's the messages that I want you guys to take from this. Like I said, I try to find some type of positive in any situation, even if it's negative, okay? And once you become a high-earning man, all right, you need to get with a woman who matches your lifestyle. Now, if you're a social media influencer as well, then you might have a problem with an OnlyFans model or an IG model or a social media influencer with a bunch of entrepreneurial businesses because you both make your money by being out and about and being in the public eye and the spotlight, right? But again, if you're a rapper, okay, if you're an athlete, Clear Anthony earlier, the Knicks got lined up at the club, shot in both his knees before his career even got a chance to get started. Guys, I can give you a bunch of examples of this. You have to be more careful about who you're dealing with. You cannot be dealing with people who are just going to be inviting anyone around, okay, or telling everyone where you're at. You just can't do it. You have to move smarter than that, okay? Do not be geotagging your locations. Wait until after you leave somewhere to post where you're at. Alright? Once you're gone, then you can post where you're at. And if you're a rapper, please be careful in LA. Rappers, it's a death trap for you in LA. It really is. It's a death trap. If you gotta go there, do some business, get the hell out of there. That's simple. Go there, do your business, get the hell out of there. Like I said, there's a weird energy in LA. It could be positive, it could be motivating, but it could be draining, and it could be just almost borderline demonic. Alright? There's just a very weird energy in LA. There's a lot of different forces operating there, so just be careful in LA in general. But anyway, that's my thoughts on this situation. Again, R.I.P. to PnBRock. Any one of his family members or friends or any of his fans who are grieving for him, I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.